I thought I would talk to you today about how to turn a Tuff Shed into an art studio. Check mine out. So this is my Tuff Shed. This is 10 by 12, which does not require a permit. This is a clear story. I've got it in the backyard, which makes it a very pleasant, peaceful environment. So I've got my garden and the vegetable garden. And usually these trees are full of birds chirping, and it's really nice. So I made this modification to my shed by putting in these sliding glass doors, and that gets me the northern light. So the glass doors were an additional expense. I think they were $800. And then I put these little, I don't know what you would call them, they're like skylights, I guess, kind of in the wall. And it's okay right here for where the trees are, but these two on the right let in too much light in the afternoon, and I should have not have paid for these extra windows because they mess up my lighting in here. I did put extra windows on each side, and then I hung curtains. And on this side, the light moves all the time during the day, and so sometimes you need to close your curtain. So when I need to photograph something or the light needs to change, I just pull my curtain closed. So I bought this hanging system with wires, and you put a little track across the top of the wall, and you slide these little hooks in a track, and the wires hang down, and you can hook them to your paintings. So I can easily get 2 paintings. I do feel like it makes it look kind of crowded, and I don't really have a space in the house to hang paintings. I mean, I've got a few in the house, but at one point I had this gallery wall in the front room, and it just looked oppressive. There were so many paintings just kind of beating down on me that I didn't care for it. So I moved them out here. This is basically a quick display for some current ones, or ones that I'm trying to sell, or ones I know people are interested in, so I put them up so that when they come over they can see them hanging on the wall. And of course the ones I'm working on, I just kind of set them here on the windowsill. And over time this room has gotten more crowded. My son likes it, and so he sits in here at the desk, because it's a nice quiet space and he's got his stuff everywhere. So over time I've moved my easel around. I put this metal wall easel on the wall, and I find that my paintings slip off of it, so I don't even use it. Anyway, so now I have this easel on the west side of the room. I have had it on this side, the east side, but then I ended up putting all my supplies over here. And I also have my little chair and table, so I can sit here with my coffee and study my painting and think, what do I need to do to that painting? Basically, I need to fix the grass on that one. Yeah, I just started this one yesterday, and the grass is supposed to be kind of in the front, and then there's little flowers in front of the ocean. So that's what I need to work on this one. So I have my easel and my trash can. I have my paper towels, some supplies on the wall. I have kind of a low table that I use for my palette, and it is too low. So what I would suggest you get, if you can, is one of those that you can raise the height of them. So one with a flexible, flexible height, I guess, just so you can raise it up and down. What I find is my back starts to hurt if I sit in a chair and paint. So it's actually better for me if I stand. And of course, after a while, it gets kind of old. You have to take a break. I mean, your back will hurt with standing a lot too. So this is what happens when you're old. But you too can paint when you're old. It's a lot of fun. So one thing I need to put in here, I think, is some shelving. I think I'm gonna put a shelf up there for supplies because it's so high. But see, I've got these on the ground here. My recent paintings, my panels. I got one of these rolling metal stands at Target, and I put all my solvents and brushes here. These are the brushes I've used intensely. Some of them are still pretty good. And these are the ones I'm just waiting for the right moment. These are my new rosemary brushes. I love rosemary brushes. Anyway, these I haven't used yet. This one actually I actually was thinking about using for the grass on this painting because you can get some real feathery appearance with this. This is called a fan brush. There's my business cards. There's my CD player and my music. And this is a pretty handy desk. It's got lots of space underneath. And when I am drying paintings, I put them up here. These are actually stands for dishes, and it works great for paintings. One handy thing to have in your studio is a little mirror to check your face for paint, and a clock so you don't lose track of time and you're not out here all day long. I've got my business license, my seller's permit. Anyway, it's the perfect little studio, 10 by 12. You may have noticed I finished the walls. We had insulation put in the walls, less hot in the summer and less cold in the winter. I have a little floor heater that I use. I also painted in here. I put a shop light up top, which lights this room really well. All in all, the shed itself cost, I think, about $8,000. This is in California. It'll be cheaper if you don't have the elevated roof on it. And also if you just put in a regular door, it would be cheaper than that. But I upgraded it by putting in the sliding glass door and these windows at the back. And I added one, they give you one window, but I added an extra window. And of course we spent more money with putting up drywall and insulation and painting. Oh, and I put a floor in. The floor was really reasonable. We got it at the discount flooring place. It's a vinyl flooring. So that's my art studio. So if you've ever thought about putting something in your backyard, this is a real reasonable way to go without actually building an extra house or mother-in-law quarters. This works really well. So I'm very happy with it. Hope you enjoyed my tour. Happy painting.